Okay, so what I'm going to teach you today is how to make your own rank advancement graphics, either for yourself, for your team, for others, whatever you want to do. All right, so I've created templates for all of the ranks, 5K through Master Affiliate, and you can go to the Google Drive. So if you go to Deering Dream Team, go to Files, you'll see where it says Google Drive Resources. You click on that, brings up a document with a link in it, and you click on that link, and it takes you to my Google Drive. And there's all kinds of folders. In one of the folders, I think it says Rank Advancement Templates. If you double click on that, it'll open up and you have all of the templates. And you can just click on one, download it, click on, create a folder on your hard drive and put them all in there. Okay. So, and I will tell you that I use Photoshop. That's what I use. But it doesn't really matter. It is just one of those things, whichever makes this, whatever you're more familiar with. And I don't want to teach you Photoshop right now because that's a long, drawn out, kind of complicated program that's very, very versatile, but you don't learn it in a day. Whereas Canva, C-A-N-V-A, is a great program and it allows you to do things, and it's totally free for another reason. And I'm going to show you how to do it with Canva. Okay. Okay, so here's Canva, and it's you just go to canva.com, okay? And over here you can see where you can sign in or log in. And I just use my Facebook account. So I just click over here on Facebook. Oops. Click on login over here. Now it says log into your account. And then go to Facebook. And it logs in. You'll see it's going to, if you're logged into Facebook, if you're not logged into Facebook, it'll ask you to log into Facebook, and it'll ask you to, I think it may say authorize or whatever, and it'll allow you to do that. So you can see here are a bunch that I've done in the past, and it keeps all this history totally free. There is a paid version if you want, but I don't see any sense in it. So what we want to start with is a custom dimension, and this is going to be 692 by 882, okay? And you don't have to remember that because once we create one, okay, once you create this particular size, and you can write it down, it's 692 by 882, but we're going to import the template, and then you can just keep going back in and going back into the same one, unless you want to save each one. But if you want to save each one, then it's 692 by 882. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to upload, okay, your own graphic. Okay, so that is right under here, uploads. Okay, so I'm gonna go to upload an image, and for me, here are my rank advancement templates. I'm gonna just choose the 5K, and you see it over here. Once this thing is all the way up to the top, you are good to go on that. Now, here's what I do to make things a little bit easier. All you have to do is click on this, and you'll see that it puts it in there. And then you need to kind of size it. So you want to bring it up over to the left and the right, make sure, and you'll notice, boom, it fits perfectly. Okay? So now you're going to want to bring the person's picture in. Okay? So I'm going to go over here to upload. Make sure I've clicked on upload. Then I'm going to go to upload an image. And I'm just going to find, I'm going to have to go back here a little bit. Find one of my pictures. Photos. Okay. So here's my picture. All right. Again, I'm going to wait for this to go all the way up. And then I'm going to click on that picture. Okay. Now you see how it's on top? I need to position it. So I'm going to click on position. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm going to click on this, and let me see if I can. I've changed this around. Oh. This is interesting. Oops. Okay, let me see. I'm going to pause this for a second because they've changed this since the last time. So what you're going to have to do is once you've got the picture here, you're going to have to try to eyeball it and get it as close as you can to where you think it's in the center of the circle and it's the right size. And by clicking at it, and then what you're going to do is you click on it. When you click on it, you're going to size it to wherever you want. So see, it's inside the circle at this point. So you kind of got to judge it a little bit. It's not perfect, but then you're going to want to click on the outside graphic and go to position and say either forward. You want to bring it forward and see how it does that. But now once it does that, you can no longer move the one in the back. So you can look at that and say, oh, yeah, maybe it's off center a little bit. It needs to go to the left. So then I can go back over here and I can say, send this one backward, click on this, and use my arrow keys maybe just to move it a little bit. And then send this one backward again. It's like, oh, okay, great. That works. All right. So that's how you get the picture on there. You got to just go forward and backwards, because if you think of these, they're layers. They're actual layers. So that circle, I made that circle to be see-through or transparent. So if you put the picture behind it, it's going to circle it, because the only thing that's going to come through is what's behind the circle. And so you've got to adjust it. And again, if it's not the way you want it, you click on the graphic, go to position, send the graphic backwards so that the picture's on the front. Now you can click on the picture. You can shrink it wherever you want, move it around. And you're going to have to do this, kind of eyeball, because you're not going to be able to see it exactly, until you go put it to the back again. And then when you're done, you go backwards, and now it's back there, and boom, you have your graphic. Now, the last thing that you need to put on here, which is really easy, is the text. So I click on the text, and I add a heading. And here's the text placeholder. So I'm going to type in Ron Deering. Okay. Now, what I use is this Bibas Nue or whatever. Who knows how you pronounce it. So you're gonna adjust it to the and I make it bold. So highlight it, make it bold, and then I bring it down here. Now, you can use whatever color. You've noticed that the color that we've been using is that light blue. Oops. So you can go up here to color and maybe get something that's close to that, and boom, there you have it. And all you're going to do is you can see that when you go to the sides here, you're going to go, when you get that little cross arrow, that cross cursor, now I can drag it. And a lot of times you'll see how those center lines come up. You can just barely see that center line going to the first E. Now I know I'm in the center, okay, and I'm aligned. And that's all there is to it. Except for now, you want to go over here to where it's got the little down arrow. You want to download it as a ping. And if you click on download, it's going to prepare the design, and then it's going to ask you, where you want to save it. Okay, so in this case for me, I save it under graphics, rank advancements, graphics, and you'll notice I've got a ton of them here. Okay, so that's all you need to do. And then here you can just say continue editing. You don't need to continue with the free, and that's it. And now when I go back to when I actually get out of this, if I close this window and I'm going to just refresh my canvas here, it's generating this one here. It's generating the thumbnail, if you will, or the picture of that graphic. So at any point, if I wanted to change it, and I didn't want to save each one individually, again, the dimensions are 692 by 882. But if I didn't want to do that every time for a new one, I could just click on this one. It's going to bring up the same one I just did. And now I can go over here, send this position, send it backward. Now I've got my graphic. I can get rid of this graphic, go over here to upload a new graphic and put it out. And when you upload a new one, okay, you just click on it. Let's say I'm going to get rid of this one and I'm going to use this little girl. Okay, so there's my little girl. So I can actually crop her. Okay, so I'm going to crop this a little bit. So make it a little bit more square, right? And then I'm going to position this, make it smaller, right? So because there's my circle. So I'm going to try to get it as in the center of the circle as I can. So you can see there I'm a little bit too small, but see how it's giving me that line, okay? And then I'm going to go over here to position and say backwards. And there you go. Now I got the little girl in there. And then I would go over here, change the text, put the new name in, and so forth, okay? That's all there is to it. That's why I love Canva for doing quick and easy stuff. Now, if I wanted to start a whole new one, then I would go back here, get rid of this window. I'd come back here and I'd go back up to custom and I would put in my 692 by 882 and start from scratch. Okay. So I hope this has helped you. I hope this, just watch it slowly and go through it. And once you've done it 2 or 3 times, you will be amazed at how easy it is. Okay. So I hope this has helped. You've got all the templates. You've got the way to do it through Canva now. You can make your own for your team, for yourself, for your vision board, anything you want.